Let's get to it.
All right, what's going on, everybody? I am here with General Datto from math class. We're going to knock out a Nightfall. What's going on, sir?
Not too much. Just keeping busy. I wanted to try and take a break this week, but apparently that's not going to happen.
That's obviously not happening with I mean, like, it's almost like a new game came out on Tuesday. Prepping for the real big game that's going to come out next Tuesday, you know?
We're in this weird transitional purgatory period where it's just like, we have year 2 stuff, but we don't have access to the rewards. What do I do? So it's just like, it's been a little wonky, but overall, very much enjoying it.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, man. I mean, I'm a little annoyed that they're starting it right at reset. Because remember when the House of Wolves came out? They started it kind of middle of, I think it was like 10 a.m.
Like 10 a.m.
Seattle time. Yeah, whereas for me, being in New York City, I mean, I got to start it at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
So I'm like, geez Louise, I'm going to either have to stay up all night or just maybe sleep really, really late the day before to start playing it. You know what I mean? Right at 5 a.m.
Yeah, I mean, they did that for the raid. I remember for Vault of Glass, we were all up at like 1 in the morning getting ready for this raid. And it was, I don't know, just kind of like, it adds to the fun of just like being up super late at night, bringing me back to like my WoW days where I was raiding at like 3 or 4 in the morning. Just because like we're like trying to go for like any sort of like server rankings and stuff like that. So, and then obviously this does not have the same intensity just because it's just the release of the expansion. But it's like, you know, I think the super mega hardcore is still gonna find a way to play the game. So I don't think it'd be the biggest deal. Plus, I mean, I'm sure the rest of the world is very excited that they actually get to play it like a normal time.
Yeah.
You know, Europe gets to play in the morning, Australians get to play in the evening. It's just the Americas that are just like, why you do this?
Why so late? Yeah. I mean, I'm kind of in a pickle because, see, when Destiny came out, my GameStop did a midnight, release, so I was able to play it right away. But the problem is my GameStop's not doing that, so I actually bought the digital version just so I could play right at 5 a.m., and then I'll go pick up the collector's edition with the strange coin and tchotchkes that morning. I think, like, they might do some sort of early morning thing. Well, I'm a total marketing sucker for all that stuff. Like, you give me the little booklets and the toys and all that stuff.
Well, I mean, just like I think like out of principle,
over
we need to like get those things. You know, like doing Destiny videos, Destiny YouTubers. It's like, oh, you're not getting the collector's edition? What? But yeah, I looked out. My GameStop's doing a midnight release. Not even a midnight release. It's like a 9 or 10 p.m. release, which I found a little bit weird, but that's fine with me because it gives me plenty of time to go set up and all that kind of stuff.
Right. Yeah, definitely. So with regards to patch 2.0, let me just talk to you about Rift a little bit, because I know that you play typically with your friends and with your clan and stuff. I'm 99.9% solo, so I wanted to kind of talk about two perspectives. So what's been your experience so far with playing in, with full parties and stuff, good and bad?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's been majority very, very good. I'd say we've won most of our games, and of the ones that we won, most of them were no mercies, which is nice.
Right.
But I mean, yeah, overall I've been having a ton of fun with it, but I can totally understand if solo players are frustrated with that. I know, like, the moment I step in there solo, I'm gonna just be like, why am I doing this to myself? Just because it's like, you know, it's solo. I mean,
oop, here come the witches. Hold on. Yeah.
You can't really
solo. I've had mixed reviews, man. It's been either really, really, really fun or a complete horror show. And I think the spawning maybe needs some working on, I think.
Yeah.
Because, like, a few times I've been spawn trapped, and sometimes I've been able, I die and then literally spawn into a death because, like, 2 balloon heads found their way back into my spawn and were just sitting there spawn killing us the whole time.
Yeah. I mean, it's an unfortunate side effect of the game mode itself, because you have one goal on one side, one goal on the other side, but you can't spawn swap, like you can't flip the spawns because of the way the goals are set up. And if you do flip spawns, or rather if there was a system that let you flip spawns, it might confuse players because, they'll start out on one side and be like, okay, this is where our goal is, but then the spawns flip, and they're like, wait, that's not our goal anymore. What's going on? You know, so I can
Right.
understand the struggle of trying to, you know, set it up in a way that's fair. Really? I got errored again? All right, keep going. I can understand
Yeah.
the struggle of, you know, of trying to balance that out. I haven't experienced the problem yet, you know, maybe a couple of kills here or there.
Yeah.
But, you know, I can understand the frustration for sure.
Got it.
Yeah. What's your thoughts? See, I was being silly and like thinking that patch 2.0 I was going to declare National Auto Rifle Day and all sorts of stuff like that, but that was not happening because well, you know what it is? I can't tell, are they not buffed enough or do I just stink on ice because I haven't used them in so long? And I'm back to using my same things, my Hopscotch Pilgrim, my Praetus Timepiece, my Red Death, and I went back to using Meta Multi-Tool again. That seems to do some serious work in it, you know?
No, I would say they're definitely not, like, the most best thing in the world. They're definitely better. They're definitely better. But I still think that pulse rifles are the go-to. I think that they just overall, in terms of jack-of-all-trades kind of weapon, work well on every single map. I'm mainly just glad that hand cannons just got slapped. They got slapped really hard, and you actually have to be intelligent with your weapon choices now, depending on the map and the game mode. Like, okay, Memento, that's a good hand cannon map still because it's pretty close quarters. But then something like Vertigo is more suited to auto rifle, pulse rifle, scout rifle, but that's only if you're playing on Rift, whereas if you're playing, you know, Control or something where most of the engagements take place in the interior, or feel like they're going to take place in the interior, then you might want to switch over to hand cannon or something like that. So it depends more on the game mode and the map now to actually choose a weapon. There's not just like, okay, hand cannons rule everything around me.
Yeah.
So I can just use it for every single map in the game. You know, you actually can make a conscious decision to be like, okay, I'm going to switch over to Meta Multi-Tool for this map, and I'm going to switch back over to Hawkmoon for this. So that's one thing I do like, and I know like a lot of people like the Meta Multi-Tool. So you're definitely not alone in that.
Yeah. Because like I was looking at the damages, and Monte Carlo still does what it did prior to patch 2.0. Service Regime does 33s criticals. The Vex, actually, Terrific class, I still love that damn thing. It does 41s critical, and with crowd control, I think up in the 50s, I think, you know, but...
I think that
safe to say,
it wasn't, like... I think it was more hand cannons getting smacked hard than it was autos getting buffed. Like, hand cannons not being that good means auto rifles now actually have a chance in combat, and that's mainly what I think happens. Right,
so bring the hand cannons down, thus the auto rifles kind of come up to it. But I still think the auto rifles aren't competing with pulse rifles at this point.
Yeah, I agree.
But then again, if they would have buffed the auto rifles, we probably wouldn't have heard about it for another 6 months of everyone complaining that everyone's using service regimes. You know what I mean, or hard light and non-stop. You know.
Yeah, it's definitely the time of the pulse rifle for sure. Messenger's probably, you know, top tier. Red Death's top tier, but Bad Juju, I've always liked Bad Juju as a weapon, but it's really starting to shine here in 2.0 and PvP. I think you're gonna start to see a lot more Bad Jujus around. You know, you can spec it out with perfect balance. I want to say that's smart drift control. I forget. But you can spec that out to be pretty beastly, and the super energy is not something to be taken lightly. It definitely nets you an extra, maybe 1 or 2 supers per game, depending on
right.
Depending on what happens. I got another error. I don't know what the hell is going on.
You keep getting
kicked out. I don't know, but
is someone trying to DDoS you or something?
No.
But you do have all this recorded, though, right? Okay, so we're fine with that. All right, sorry about that. I'm stuck in a corner here.
Yeah, I'm coming back in.
Actually, just head back out. Okay, no, all right. I'm gonna go back just to that room, not the second room. Actually, I burned my bubble before. I'll wait for you to come back in.
Yeah.
Oh, and of course, it looks like shotguns are just still annoying as fuck.
Yeah, they are still very, very much a problem. I think, you know, a lot of people told me, oh, blink shotgun's not as good anymore. It's not even close to being that good anymore. I still get killed by it every single game. But I think...
Yeah, me too, me too.
The problem now is less on blink, but still mainly a shotgun problem. That's
right.
mainly the reason why blink shotgun was so good. It was because shotguns could kill from absurd ranges, and now that blink's toned down a little bit, it's not as big of a problem, but I think it's still a problem mainly because, okay, hand cannons, you can open up your fire team, by the way. Hand cannons
sorry about that.
are no longer like the top dog just dominating everything. So what was the next thing after hand cannons? It was blink shotgun. So people you know, are still going to use it. And obviously, you know, the people who play blink shotgun a lot, the top tier players, they've all been telling me, oh no, it's definitely worse, it's definitely worse. But for the average player, you know, it's not really the hugest of differences. So I still think, you know, that shot package nerf did close to nothing. I think instead of dying 99 out of 100 times, it's now like 96 out of 100. It barely did anything. So, you know, I think the best thing that they could possibly do for shotguns to start is take out, oh god, I spawned right in his eye blast.
It spawned you right there?
I think the best thing they can do for shotguns to start out is just get rid of shot package and rangefinder, because as long as shot package and rangefinder are around, they're going to continue to be the best things to use. Period. Yeah. There's going to be no other reason to use anything else. Do you think they should...
The Vanguard would be great.
I mean, like, what if they were to limit special ammo again? Because I feel like even though they reduce the amount of it, there's still too much floating around all the time.
Yeah, I think if you're winning, if you're on the winning side, then you just have access to all the special ammo in the world. If they did limit it again, I would not be the most sad about that. Like, I really would not care that much if that happened. You know, so... If I would be okay with that, but I would be more okay with them just getting to the root of the problem and bringing down shotguns a little bit more, because that's what I think the main problem is.
Right. Oh, look at you, 2 kills, man.
I don't know. It's just freaking.
I'm just busting your balls.
No,
oh, look, Legendary Engram.
I did nothing that entire time. I just talked. Much like everything
someone,
else that I do.
Trying to kick you off? Is someone trying to kick you offline or something?
I doubt it. It was error message. It was like PlayStation error messages. It wasn't game errors.
Oh, okay.
It was just like, report this problem. I wasn't getting weaseled or anything.
Okay, gotcha. All right, man. Well, cool, man. Well, hey, listen, thanks for doing this with me, man. And
sorry I couldn't help more
for a Tuesday.
It would have been nice for me to actually like, you know, shoot stuff, but you know.
No, it's okay, man. But yeah, definitely. Glad you got your Defender quest. Let me know what you think on that first part of the Defender thing, because I was popping my Ward of Dawn where you're supposed to get... Yeah, and they were not registering, so I woke the hive, and then they weren't registering, but then when I would throw a grenade and take out 6 of them, all those would count. Yeah. But kills within the ward, just for some reason.
For now, I'd chalk it up to this weird transitional period. My answer for everything has basically just been wait until September 15th. Like, if you have a problem right now, just wait till September 15th. And then if it doesn't fix itself, then come back. But I think the 15th will solve a lot of problems.
Yeah, because I was going to say, because I look at your Twitter feed, and it's like, I feel like sometimes I feel bad. I'm like, Datto's turned into Bungie customer service.
Yeah.
Like, the customer service, because everyone just asks you a zillion questions, you know? It's like, oh, my God. All right, sweet. All right, cool. Well, thanks for coming out, man. Really, really appreciate this, man. All right, YouTube, thank you very much for watching. I'm sure I don't have to tell you, subscribe to Datto's channel, but you guys already subscribed to him. So anyway, that's it. Drop a like on this video only if you see fit. Follow me on Twitter at MesaSean. Check out my stream. Links will be in the description. And that's it. We're both out of here like Vladimir.
See ya.
See you later, Datto.